holidays and welcome to episode 9 and the last update of the year for the Cottage house flip. It was a white Christmas here in the mountains of Northern California, and 2 days of snow turned this construction site into a winter wonderland. On the exterior, the new lower windows were finally installed. Around the back, the porch railing has been completed and is ready for paint. The biggest news is that the floors are in. Over the past 2 weeks, installers have been prepping and laying the new flooring, and this past weekend I finally got to see it in person. I went with the Pergo Max Premier laminate in Scottsdale oak from Lowe's. They are a 7.5-inch wide plank floor with a lighter natural wood coloring, and they have an embossed hand-scraped element which gives them just enough of a rustic touch. With the high durability and ratings, it was an easy decision, especially at just $250 a square foot. Another major update is the installation of the kitchen counters and the sink. I went with solid birch butcher block from Lowe's because it's both timeless and affordable. The wood is unfinished, so you can customize it to any color you'd like, and I'll be staining and sealing it with a light neutral shade, similar to the floors. The sink is a 36-inch Vigo matte stone farmhouse style, another Lowe's find, and is now a great focal point with its massive size and unique slotted front. Progress has also been made in the upstairs bathroom. The wallboards have been patched and are ready for paint, and the DIY vanity is back in place with a new wall-mounted faucet installed and a white vessel sink which will be functioning soon. Just a few more things to tackle in here and this room will be ready for accessories. Back in the kitchen, we spent the weekend working on the latest DIY project, a custom range hood. It was a lot more challenging than we had anticipated and took longer than planned, but fortunately we still managed to pull it off. We first built a frame using 2x4s around the base of the vent. After measuring and tracing the outline on the wall, we attached more 2x4s to the studs behind the drywall. Then we filled in the outline with more pieces of wood to create the back of our frame. Once those boards were secure, we attached the 2x4 frame to the bottom using pocket holes and brackets and installed the vent hood. Slowly, piece by piece, we measured and calculated the angles and dimensions to build our 3D structure, which involved a lot of trial and error. Eventually, though, the frame came together and it was time to cover it all up. I picked up several 1x8-inch reclaimed wood boards at the lumber yard, which coordinated well with both the floors and wood counters. For a seamless look, we decided to miter the edges. The bottom row was pretty straightforward, with simple 45-degree miter cuts. Then the boards had to be angled on multiple planes and fit together, which was especially tricky given that they were different widths and thicknesses and not all perfectly straight. It took a lot of multiple cuts at multiple angles, and each board had to be cut slightly different to fit. The wood was attached using finishing nails for easy access to the vent hood if needed down the line. We spent all afternoon putting this hood together, trying to match up the boards and get the angles just right. The top portion had straight cuts, so it was much easier just like the bottom row. There's still a gap at the top which will be trimmed with 2 layers of wood for a more finished look. The bottom will also have an additional board added to form a lip, hiding the underside of the frame and creating a nice trimmed edge. And the sconce light placement will be adjusted so that they're evenly spaced from the hood. On the left wall, I plan to install 2 2x10-inch floating shelves using more reclaimed wood. There's still plenty left to do here in the kitchen, but we made some big strides over the holiday break, and I'm pretty proud of the hood we built from scratch. Now that the floors are down, it's time to start moving all of the furniture in and planning out the decor. I'm hoping to tackle that over the first weekend of January, so in the next episode, the house should really start to come together. For a full recap and source list of all items mentioned in this episode, follow the link in the video description to today's blog post. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any updates. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you back here in 2017.